welcome to another Unforgettable Realtor System webinar. My name is Jimmy Ezzell. If we've not met, I'm the founder and CEO for TripValet, and so excited to be on here. This started when our good friend Debbie Morrow with the Real Estate Agent Referral Network Group asked us to start doing these to help her group out. I don't know if you know this. If you're in real estate or support that industry, if you've got ties to that industry, make sure you go join that group. Over 393,000 people in that group now. And this is the only group that we do this webinar for. We've been working with Debbie for so many years. And man, this morning, Jennifer, Jennifer, my co-host, our VP of marketing is on here as well. We affectionately call her JKN, Miss JKN. And she runs, she runs a lot of things behind the scenes for TripValet from the very beginning. So we're just excited to have her on here as well. But folks, I've got a great training for you today. And so if you're coming on here, hello, Bruce, hello, Lynn. For all of you watching this live or replay, make sure that you guys share this. We'll be dropping it in the community. We'll, of course, have it on our YouTube channels, one for the real estate group as well as TripValet. But we definitely want to get you guys some more good things because you know what? The reason why we're doing this series is that it's just getting more noisier and noisier. It's getting harder to separate yourselves from everybody else, whether you're in real estate or any industry, right? Including us. We are constantly just tweaking things, making sure that that we're getting better in the lanes that we're in, and our USPs just getting more experience based. And so today, what I want to do is I really want to dive in and share with you some things. Our topic today, everybody, is really one that I think will affect and help a lot of you. And so with that, let me go ahead and get started. And then I'll watch the chats and do us a favor. If you're watching live or the replay, feel free to drop questions. We will always come back and get those questions answered. And I know we have a lot, especially in the real estate industry, a lot of realtors come back later and ask questions because you may be out right now, meeting with clients. I know already this morning I've been on with some realtors and they're out today. They've got showings and listings and this and that, and why they can't make it today. But that's okay. That's why we record these. All right. So with that, let's get into it. Today, we want to talk about open houses and lead generation. But there's a thing that we want to talk about today that may change your mindset because these webinars, right? This time together is really start to change your mindset a little bit, okay? And what we want to do is we want to turn attention into conversations. This morning, Christina Rowland was on the networking call, and she did an absolutely amazing job. Kudos to you, Christina. Hopefully we get a chance to do some things together. But she really talked about ways that how you can be different, right? She's kind of the same mindset, how you can separate yourselves. And I was thinking as she was doing the training this morning, what a perfect segue really into what we teach as well, right? So today's goal is this: using complimentary vacations to create more conversations from the activity that you're already doing. Okay, now why is this important? Well, because we already know most of you are so busy. So if you're going to do some type of activity, would you not want to maximize it, right? Creating more conversations from the things that you're already doing, right? We're going to dive deep into that. So let's go ahead and get into it. The big idea is that attention is not the finish line, it's the starting line. I see most realtors, they already create attention. Here's the thing. Listing posts. Now listen, we've been talking to you about this. We're actually already starting to see this. I mean, most of you make a listing post and you get like 3 to 5 comments. And let's just call what it is. Some of us aren't that good at social media, right? And it could take you a while to just do that listing post. If you're going to do it, wouldn't you rather have hundreds of comments, tens of thousands of views? We've been sharing with you how to do that these last few weeks. We have it documented, right? So make sure if you don't know how to do that, how to run a contest by giving away a vacation for whoever guesses that price, make sure you drop a comment here. We'll get you the training or find it or at least give you the PDF as well. So you can do that immediately. Do not make another listing post this week or next week or this month or next month and it not have hundreds of comments when you know if you're watching this or listening to us right now that Jimmy just said, did he just say like hundreds of comments? Yes. Did he just say tens of thousands of views? Yes. Right. So we can show you exactly how to do that. It works every single time. We have done thousands of these. Okay. Not us. I mean, you realtors have probably tens of thousands by now. So anyways, the point is make sure that you get that. All right. That's my free one today. I wasn't even going to train on that, but I just want you guys to, because I know there's lots of listings happening all over the country right now. All right, social media, same thing, right? You're already creating attention, networking, right? The face to face, one of the most powerful ways for your business. Referrals, right? How do you create? You're already creating this tension. How do you maximize? So attention only matters when it turns into conversation. Okay. And so, well, we want to, of course, we're very jaded on this. It's no secret. A complimentary vacation can be the bridge from interested to engaged. So we're going to dive deep into that today. All right. So why lead generation breaks down? First of all, open house visitors, they leave and they never respond. We already know this. Online leads, they ghost you. Anybody, raise your hand if this is you, right? Listing posts gets likes, but not conversations. Social followers just watch silently, right? Past inquiries go cold, and just checking in feels weak, right? We've been covering a lot of these, so make sure you catch the series on some of these trainings. But the better follow up, excuse me, is that here is something valuable that I promised you. Those words, right? And so that is more personal, more useful, and easier to answer. Here's something valuable I promised you. Okay. And so, the I want you today is to reposition the complimentary vacation. See, the language matters. You want to keep it clear, professional, and relationship first. Okay. This isn't just about giving someone a vacation. Okay. Do not position it as a bribe, a guaranteed free trip, a gimmick, a pressure tactic, a reason someone should choose you. Position it as a thank you, a conversation starter, a value add, a memorable experience, and a reason to follow up. So change your mindset a little bit, okay? Make sure that if that today that you understand how to really use these complimentary vacations as a thank you, a conversation starter, a value add, memorable experience, and a reason to follow up. Because see, your relationship skills turn the conversation into business. Okay. Now, always remember this because we are in a regulated industry, whether you're in real estate or if you're watching this, you're supporting your insurance. Remember, you have to use compliance friendly language. Okay. We always say this, better language is this complimentary vacation, travel thank you, a special thank you gift, something fun for a future getaway, memorable thank you for reconnecting. Avoid things like no strings attached, right? Or guaranteed free travel. This will make people buy. Everyone gets a vacation. So these are things, right? How about this one? Use this to get their info. So just make sure that when you're using these, and part of our training and things like that is making sure that you guys are using a lot more for marketing, definitely not as an inducement. Okay. And so last one, just to always protect all of us, is that always follow your broker's real estate guidelines and any applicable requirements before using incentives in your marketing. Just keep this really simple. Use it mostly for marketing, not as an inducement. Right. Now let's go into some. How about open house strategy? Use the comp verification to create more sign-ins. Okay, this is a big one, right? And better follow-up. All right. Now, before, create the hook. Stop. So whether you're putting this on your social media, you're putting it in your list, your emails, stop by this weekend, tour this home, and receive a complimentary vacation as a thank you. You're starting to create a curiosity, right? At the open house, make sure you invite like a legitimate registration. Okay, make sure you register so I can send the complimentary vacation after the open house. Now, why do we say make sure that they register? Well, here's where you're going to start to actually get legitimate email addresses. How many of you know what I'm talking about? People come in and they put crazy emails, right? Because they don't want, but when they know that you're going to give away a company vacation, they actually put the right email address in. All right. And then afterwards, send and continue the conversation. As promised, here is the complimentary vacation I mentioned to you, right? See, you want to use these, before in terms of maybe some of the marketing you're doing, during the open house, and then of course afterwards. It gives you a reason to be able to follow up. Okay. Now let's show you some of this. Let's just use this as an example. I would say, hey, Fatima, it was great meeting you at the open house today. As promised, I wanted to send over the complimentary vacation I mentioned. Also, would it be helpful if I sent you a few homes similar to the one you toured? Right? See how that is? Not sleazy, not salesy. It's just about following up in a very professional way, because you already told me you can give them complimentary vacation. So it gives you that reason, right? That just like Christina said, mentioned earlier today, it gives you permission, right? And so why this works? Well, it fulfills the promise. Okay. It feels helpful, not pushy. Because what? If that's not the right home, what are you doing? You're showing them other ones, right? And it creates a natural next step. Okay. So let's move into social media lead generation. Now, this post not only closes the deal, but it starts the conversation. Here's some, right? Who wants a complimentary vacation? Okay. Now, what you do is you lead with this or tie it into your message with different things. Okay. Open house visitors, thank you post. Okay. Here's another one, home valuation campaigns. These are just campaigns that you can run with your complimentary vacation. Client appreciation month. This is a big one, right? Relocation welcome campaign. These are just campaigns. Community event registration post. And then here's just a prime example. If you're thinking about buying, selling, relocating, or simply just want to reconnect, I have a few complimentary vacations I'm sending as a thank you, comment, travel, or message me. Right? The whole idea here is that you're just going to use a complimentary vacation to do what? Create an activity, right? Create a response. Always remember this. The reason why Fortune 500 companies use incentive-based marketing, right, every day, McDonald's, T-Mobile, Amazon, why do they do it? Because they're causing us to what? Do a behavior that they want us to do, right? They want us to do an activity. Same thing here. You're just getting people to comment. You're getting people to engage with you. And all things equal, like I always say, if you're giving an incentive somehow, and I'm not, you're going to get me to do something. All right. So the win is not the like, the win is the message. Okay. The win is in the message. Okay. So, all right. How about home valuation campaigns? All right. Let's talk about this. Giving homeowners a better reason to raise their hand. Many of you, we know this, just working with so many realtors, is that, getting someone to raise their hand so that you can have a potential listing appointment, right? So you can do what you're the best at, is the real key, right? It's the first step. And so home values, look at this, home values have changed, and I'm helping homeowners get a fresh look at what their property may be worth. Okay. Now here's where it goes. As a thank you, I'm also sending a complimentary vacation to a limited number of homeowners who request their updated home value this month. Okay. It's just a great social media post, right? They're like, that my property is, and what's this vacation thing about, right? So it's just very natural. And then the follow-up question is this: are you just curious about the value, or are you thinking about making a move in the next 6 to 12 months? So once they hit your inbox, once they can make a comment, you can follow, you can DM them, right? You can call them, all the things that you do in terms of follow up. But the whole idea, once again, with this home valuation campaign is just to create what? Conversations. Okay. How about this one? A community event strategy. Use events to create memories. These are massive. If I'm sure whichever brokerage you're in, or if you're even solo, doing community events is a big deal because they get to see you. They know that you're in the community, right? So here's some coffee meetups, family photo days are always big. Pie giveaways, that's always a big one. Movie nights, pumpkin patch event. And you may be saying, Jimmy, oh, everyone does that. Yeah. You know why? Because they work. People want to be around people. Don't mistake that, right? That they want to know that their realtor is involved and making a little investment into the community, into their clients. Okay. How about shred day? I love we showed this a few trainings back. Someone had, giving out trash bags so people can, and have their logos and stuff on it. There's just so many cool things, right? Homeowner workshop, right? These are all just ideas. See, and then here's where we kick it in. Okay. is that everyone who attends will receive a complimentary vacation as a thank you. You can tie this in, right? And to get, to at your community events. Because remember, it's not just the ones that are on your list or your sphere of influence, it's the people that they know, and you can have them invite people, right? You can have them invite people as well. So tie the gift to attendance and appreciation, and then keep that relationship alive. Okay. And so after the event, everyone's been there, send them the thank them for attending, and remind them that you are the real estate resource, for them, right? For them now or in the future. That is the whole idea. Get them on your list, of course, and also, of course, thank them. Now, vendorship partnership strategy. Let's talk about this. Creating more local visibility and businesses that already serve homeowners. Now, this is where TripValet incentives you and these other businesses can create a great referral partnership, right? Potential partners in this, of course, some of these mortgage lenders, insurance agents, home inspectors, your roofers, HVAC, cleaners, movers, local restaurants, coffee shops, gyms, salons. Remember, I love this quote that we put in here. You serve homeowners, I serve homeowners. Let's create something valuable together. You know, just from working with a lot of realtors, I mean, you're going to find that these people are very, very important to you, right? Because if you can count on, a good 5 to 10, 15 good referrals from this source alone, right? Every year, folks, you have yourself a consistent real estate business. So take the time. Now, here's what's great. Because of the tools that you have with us, right? You can use them, all right, as a thank you. So here's a good one. I'm putting together a local homeowner appreciation campaign and would love to feature your business, right? So you can put them in there, talk about them, and then of course, every time they give you a referral and you guys are working together, you can give them a complimentary vacation. They love that. And think about this. Any referral that does anybody these vendors, right? And they give you a referral, right? And you send them on a vacation. You give them a complimentary vacation and they go. Do you think that they get an experience, they love it, they create these memories? Think about this. Do you think they'll ever forget about you? Right? This is how you become unforgettable. This is how you start to separate yourself out of all the things in the world, right? That you could be giving to somebody. An experience is one they will not forget. Folks, let me share this with you so you don't forget. You're talking about the second largest industry in the world. What I do is I teach our realtors, our insurers, all the clients that we work with, all the companies, enterprise companies, I teach you all how to leverage the second largest industry in the world. Because every day we always just think it's about fun and taking vacations, then it absolutely is. But if you get this skill down, you just tie it into your business, right? And I'm talking some of the biggest realtors in the world I work with, they figured out how just to leverage it inside of what they're already doing. And so you definitely want to do that. All right. So what I want to do now is let me stop there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to log in, and feel free to drop your questions, folks, in the chats, live or the replay. I'm going to log in so you guys can see this again this week. That way, let me do this live. How's everybody doing? Very good. Welcome, Fatima Marcus. Welcome. Hello, Santa.
Mm,
Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome, everybody. Let me do this. Let me share my screen. And just so you guys can get an idea. And somebody do me a favor, drop in your email address in the chat. Drop your email address in the chat. We'll do this live. All right. So everybody, this is our we have an enterprise division, which is of course for all the bigger brokerages that have a lot of people in there. Or what I'm going to show you is the individual membership. Okay, so when you log in, this is what it looks like. But I just want to show you today, for all of you, because we'll just focus on the certificates. Don't want to focus on the other things that are in here. I mean, it's absolutely loaded, right, for all of you. But drop your email address in the chat. Let me grab a couple. All right, here we go. Here we go. Okay, let me do this one. I love that. Santa, I'm gonna send you one. Very good, very good. So in real time, so Santa, whoops. So there's three ways, while I'm setting this up, three ways that you can get out incentives, everybody. Is that one, you can email them, okay? And then just like I'm about to do here, okay? And you can see we've got the Dream Vacation, which is our most popular one, 7 nights, and I'll explain that one today to you. Then we've got an all-inclusive, okay, and then we've got our cruise one. All right, so let's do this. All right. Santa, you should have it in your inbox right about now. So, so anyway, Santa, if you could let us know that if you got it in your inbox. Let me share with you how this incentive works, everybody. First of all, like I said, you can email it, and we'll see here in your back office, it'll actually tell you, okay, uh, when you send it out, and then also when you start to redeem them. Okay, you can see, right? And this is my demo site, right? Actually, no, this is my site. Okay, so the point is, and Santa, let me know if you got it. I want to make sure that you got it in your inbox.
I'm checking.
Okay, awesome. And you can
I don't
just
see it. I don't see it yet.
okay. Um, So when someone gets this vacation, everybody, what they're going to do, okay, so let's just use this as an example. You ran a contest on Facebook. You called it the Price is Right. Name that Price is Right game, and you've got your listing up there. Instead of normally where you have 3 to 5 comments, now you have hundreds of comments. Put all those people in a drawing, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to draw one lucky winner, whoever, or I'm sorry, whoever got the price, right? And then you're going to send it to them. When that person gets this vacation, they're going to pay $19.95 to activate the vacation. Okay. But here's what's great. Then they have an entire year before they have to go on that vacation. Right. Now, here's what's cool. Uh, First of all, everybody, just so you know, TripValet, we are not a timeshare company. We are not associated with any timeshare companies. We have held that ground since 2018, because 2017 we launched the company. In 2018 in January we started this side of the business, but we have stayed away from that. And so just know this: all of your customers will never get asked to watch a timeshare, because when I share with you the value, the pricing of these week-long stays, you'll see why. Because anytime you see an ad on social media today and it says exactly like this, $400 for a week, it's typically a timeshare. So just be aware of that. But here, because you're a member of Trip Valet and you're part of the real estate agent referral network community, you get access to this. And for a studio room for 7 nights, you would pay 329, starts out around 329. For a one bedroom, right around 399, and for a two bedroom, 429 for an entire week. So imagine you and your family wanting a little bit more room, two-bedroom down in Disney World. Okay. All right. Imagine sending a client to Disney World, or how about Las Vegas? Or how about some of our agents have, last week, I think it was, I showed you a whole family going down to Mexico. Was it Puerto Vallarta or Cancun, one of the two? Every year, their realtor gives them a vacation. Why? Because it's a home anniversary gift that they give all of their clients. And this is a huge brokerage here in Kansas City. I think they have like maybe 50, 60 agents in their group now. All right. And so the whole point is that you can use this, right? So you can email it like I just showed you, or guys, in your back office, you can also print these. Now, a lot of you will do, let me just give you some examples here, is that you can print these off. And like for the cruise one, let me just give you an example. You can put your logo in there, right? And up, here we go. Update that, put your logo, and then what you can do, guys, is you can print these off and give these out, right? And like I said, this is just for you guys to see as an example, but you print this out, it'll be attached to you. So when they redeem it, so that way it's all trackable. Okay, so everything's trackable. And the whole idea behind this, everybody, is that when you give out one of these PDFs, you can go, like, I'll give you an example. Like, let's say it's National Nurses Week and you want to an administrator, someone in the hospital that wants to like thank all the nurses. Can you imagine if you stapled your business card to this PDF, your real estate business card to this PDF, and then gave it to all the nurses? Well, the reason why I tell you that story is because someone has done that. That's actually probably now lots of people because we've told that story because someone came up with that. How about firefighters? I know this happens a lot. A lot of realtors will do this. Just go to the local firehouse and build relationships with those guys, right? Or how about teachers? National Teachers Week. Right now they're on break. They're about to come back here in the fall, and can you imagine giving your teachers a vacation, right? And here's what's great, everybody. We have unlimited of these that you can use and give out. I mean, we have some clients that'll do events, they'll give out thousands of these at their events. Now they're like a speaking event or something like that. But the whole idea is for you just to, part of your membership is learning how to use this. And we train a lot on this, okay? And then the last thing, everybody, is that you can also, some of you, maybe you're using listings to leads, some type of platform where you're gathering CMAs, right? You're gathering names, you got a newsletter. You can also put these embed codes in there and they will automatically send out the vacation to you, all right? All right, so there we go. So Santa got hers. And one of the things too is that because of Gmail, sometimes folks, and make sure that you check your promotions tab or your spam filter. But so she got it. Good job. All right. So Santa, have fun with that. It's a live vacation. And Santa, do this. If you have a listing come up, make sure that you use it. All right. Just use that. And if you need that document, let us know and we can drop that for you as well, because you definitely want to use it for your next listing or open house as well. All right. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
that's embed codes. We talked about that. So today, what I wanted to do is I just wanted to show you that. And then one other thing too, folks, is that when you get into the travel deals, because a lot of you do, most realtors love to travel, just like everybody else. And so you have your own portal too that you can use, and the prices are crazy here. Okay, for your, a lot of you will go to your conventions and things like that. I just had this happen for KW. I've had it happen to EXP agents. You'll find out this portal will save you more money than your guys' convention rates, which is okay. But I wanted you guys to see that too. So that's in there for you. So have a lot of fun with the portal. But today I just want to give you guys some ways to actually use it and be able to show you how to use it, but also let me see what my notes say. Also, how to track it, and then one of the things too is because you can see when someone actually the ones that you sent, you have a tracking mechanism in here that you can actually just make sure you follow up with them. So if I was gonna, you can see some people that have been given vacations to. It looks like I can follow up with them and say, hey, did you get the company vacation? And it gives you a reason to follow up with them as well. Okay. All right, so let me stop screen sharing there and we'll bring this back up. Folks, if you're watching live or the replay, feel free to drop any questions you have in the chat as I'm going through this, okay? Let me, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, so and then for today, let's see, we said, remember, different people could get these vacations, open house visitor, home valuation lead, social media lead, community event attendee, past inquiries, okay, vendor partner campaigns. These are just some more ideas for you to use, okay? All right, how about this? I want to just give you guys some things to think about, okay? Where do you need more conversations right now? Drop this in the chat. Is it in your open houses, social media, home valuations, community events, or referrals? Where do you need more conversations? Drop that in the chat for me, okay? Here's another one. What is your biggest open house challenge? Is it people showing up, signing in, right? Or how do you respond afterwards, okay? And then here's one. What would your audience respond to most? Travel, home value, open house, or client appreciation? Drop this in the chat. We will come back to some of these and then respond back to these as well. But here's one thing I want you to think about. Drop one lead source in the chat and I'll show you how I position a company vacation around it. All right. So somebody feel free to do that. And we can, so for social media. Yeah. So I would tell you, um, for social media, folks, a couple of things. And we did a full training on this the last couple weeks, but I would for sure take advantage of listings and giving away complimentary vacation. I would also pay attention to Facebook when it tells you everybody's birthday. Because remember, you're just trying to create conversations every day, right? I mean, every day, if you when you wake up, a good metric, every day is did you talk to more people? Do more people know about your business today than yesterday? And I mean, if you just stay consistent with that for years, you know what, you're going to have a successful business. If you talk to more people today, if more people knew about your business today than they did yesterday, you'll be growing your business. Because what does that mean? Well, that could be on social media, email list, all the things, right, that you're out there doing. So in terms of social media, my biggest strikes would be, to answer your question, is I would use it for listings. I would also, if you guys have some groups that you're I call it the sheriff of the group, right? You're the person that started the group. You're constantly adding value in the group. Okay, this is a great way to grow the group. Run a contest. Everybody bring in a new person into the community because they've probably got neighbors, and we're gonna give away a complimentary vacation, for everybody that brought people in, as well as for the new people, right? And this it's just about creating more and more engagement. So you could do that, and then of course, like I said, like uh, pay attention to anniversaries, pay attention to people getting married. One of the things you may be surprised, even though travel is the second largest industry in the world, in America, our GDP, 10 to 12% of it's usually travel, um, is that you'd be surprised that newlyweds don't have the money to go on a honeymoon. But you know what they do? What would be cool is if you gave them a complimentary vacation, and whether it's in their state or a state they could drive to, they could go take a trip, right? Do you know? Think about this. If you give someone that kind of an experience, do you think that you will always be remembered? And the reason why I know the answer to that, and of course the answer is yes, that's why we call it the unforgettable realtor experience, is because the realtors that do this consistently, their people never pick another realtor ever their lifetime. Just think about that for a second. If someone gave you a vacation that would normally cost two to three, $4,000, and I only paid 350 bucks or 400 bucks for the room stay at Disney World, do you think I'd ever forget about you? No. So this is how you start to become unforgettable, right? And so whether you're doing new home builds or military relocation, guys, this is I'm seeing some comments there. This is a great way for you to be able to become unforgettable by using vacations, right? Okay, so this week's homework. Here's what I want you to do. Find me inside the groups. Find me, wherever. We're all over the place. Just find me if you have any, because I want to make sure you guys do some of these things. Is that just choose one campaign, an open house campaign. I'd love to. I love it when someone goes, Jimmy, you're so right. Like I've had so many problems getting people to actually give me the right information and get them on my list. Well, try the open house campaign. How about a social media engagement post? Definitely for your listings. Home valuation. If you already are doing something like this to get a CMA or home valuations, make sure that you use the hook of a complimentary vacation. Community event campaigns, great way. Remember, you don't need to sell travel. You're just using it. You're just leveraging it to create, a conversation or create some type of activity you want done. Vendor partner campaigns, right? Past inquiry follow-up campaigns. Okay. And so just write the message, choose the audience. Okay. Then send or post it. And then you just want to track responses and follow up personally with these people. Okay. All right. So that's the action steps. Write the message, whichever campaign you want to do, choose the audience. Okay. Send or post it, track your responses, and then follow up personally. And then do me a huge favor, bring back your results next week. Message us, myself or Jennifer, we're in the group, and just let us. We love hearing the wins from this. Okay, do not overthink this. This is one campaign, one audience. I just want you to get some results. Okay, and And I think you'll be blown away. We've been doing this for a little bit, right? So, all right, the big takeaway, the complimentary vacation opens the door, the relationship does the rest. Remember this, attention is nice, okay? But conversations are better. Just because when someone, if I gain their attention and they're doing they like, they make a comment, what happens next? It leads to a conversation. Thank you for, hey, and just you don't need to have some fancy comeback. Just say, hey, you know what? Thank you, Bruce, for liking my post. Tell me a little bit more about what you're doing. Especially depending on what that post is about. I mean, just get right to it and say, hey, Bruce, do you know anyone that may be looking to move in the next few months, or looking to buy? Or you could ask them specific questions. Who do you know that just got married recently, or who do you know that has elderly parents? These are things, because if they're already in your friends or things like that, you can have those conversations. Now, what happens is if you start doing these posts for listings and your audience gets bigger, then of course you just want to start building some rapport with those type of people, right? And so follow up is where the business happens. Attention is nice, conversation is better, but remember you've got to follow up. They always talk about the fortune is in the follow up, right? But also believe it's the fortune's in the follow up until they get on your list, they buy from you, or they get off your list. Okay, you want to keep following up with them. Okay, all right, and so that's important. All right, so our exclusive offer, if you're watching this, everybody, inside the Real Estate Agent Referral Network group, congratulations to Debbie. 393,000 people in the group now. That's why we're always get the honor to be able to be her preferred travel partner for all these years. Here's the offer. We have a 947 a year membership. Think about this, $947, unlimited vacations that I can send to all my clients on the anniversary of every home purchase, on their birthdays, all the things I just shared with you, right? This is our best value. You have unlimited access to these. You can use the complimentary vacations for open houses, referrals, client appreciation, reactivations, right? And what I'm doing for the Run Group, now this is limited. Jennifer's watching our numbers every week. She's going to say, hey, you're maxed out, no more. This is our fast action bonus. Everyone that does the annual with the Run Group is this real estate agent referral network group, is that you'll get also a 30-minute private strategy session per quarter with me. All right. Now, folks, this is way more than the 947, right? Because this will keep you on track. This, I do this with lots and lots of top realtors, insurance, solar, I mean, just everybody. So just take advantage of this. And then that way I can help you stay on track. That My whole goal, quite simply, is this: to 10x, 20, 50x your business through vacations. I know that I know it inside and out. Jennifer and I know it inside out. We've been doing this for so long now that when you understand the power of travel and how to leverage it, you can grow your business. Okay. So you've got option A, the 947 annual. This is our best value. You get the quarterly coaching bonus. And then, of course, folks, if listen, you're like, Jimmy, I like to kick the tires. No problem. Just do the $97 monthly, right? You got a 7-day trial in that one. It's just a lower way risk where you can just start testing the response. You know what? What I do is if you got a little bit of hesitancy, you say, maybe the 947, I'm just getting started in real estate. No worries. Do the 97 and then go grab a listing post from your brokerage or your own and just test what I just showed you today, just that one thing, right? Or even an open house, and watch what happens, right? So scan the QR code, or you can go to tbireferralnetwork.com, because our whole goal here, everybody, is to help you become unforgettable. And travel, the second largest industry. I know someone's probably saying, well, what's the largest industry? Well, that's the financial industry, and no one's going to catch that one, right? But the second largest industry in the world is travel. And I want to show you how to use it to grow your business, right? So scan the QR code, get on the trial, become an annual member, or you can go to tvireferralnetwork.com. And with that, let me open up for our Q&A here. If there's any questions I can answer towards the end. And here's how would I use this for questions, okay? All right, feel free to ask me those when I open up here. Let me stop sharing my screen and let's see if I can answer any of those, right? How would I use this for, right? Okay, let me go through the chats and see what questions we may have. I am mainly a buyer's agent. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so yeah, so all the things that we talked about today, here we did a great training on, for military relocation, Santa. It's actually in the back office, by John Rankin. He did actually a LinkedIn training. It's back there, which was an incredible training. Um, and relocation is a big deal, and so a lot of the things I talked about, if you've got a list you're building or you're doing some marketing, tying in a vacation for them getting on your list is always a good way to do that. Okay. All right. So very good. All right. Any questions? Any questions? And whether you're watching this live or the replay, drop it. Even if you're watching the replay, we'll come back. We have a team that goes back and will answer these questions as well. All right. So with that, remember tvireferralnetwork.com, or you can scan the code and get started. We've got a 7-day trial on the 97th course. I would love to help you every quarter stay on track and take this very, very valuable, marketing idea and concepts, things like that, and 10x, 25x, 50x your business from travel, right? Just make it part of your business, your overall business, and I think you'll be blown away with it, right? So with that, scan the QR code, go to tvireferralnetwork.com. And until next week, I'll see you in the networking group on Thursday, as well as on our training. I'm sure I'll have a good one for you next week as well. So with that, everybody, have an amazing day, and we will see you soon. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
See you.
Jimmy. Have a great day. Bye bye.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you. See you, everybody.